A beautiful grand rising. Beautiful, beautiful day, guys. There's so much snow outside. I was gonna go into the van, and I looked outside, and I was like, I can't even see where the door is on the van. So, like, they did the road so much times, and yet there is still so much snow. There's so much snow. But guys, what I wanted to talk about today is, okay, I want to talk about my dream for one. Okay, so last night I had a dream, right? That I was at school. I did a no. Okay, wait. First thing that happened in the dream was that it was like we were here, but not here. I don't know. Anyways, we seen two bears in the backyard, a brown one and a gray one. They were baby bears, but they were so aggressive, and I was like, yo, like, what's up with these bears? And I was trying to take pictures of them, but they're so aggressive. So I was like, told the kids to put them back outside because we didn't need that in our house, right? So I went to school and I did a test. And when I did that test, no, I think like I misread one of the questions, and so I had to come back and do the test all over again. So when I went to redo the test, I had to stand in line, and while I was standing in line, I was looking at all these cute little cheap trinkets and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buy these things. And when I got to the front of the line to do my test, they're like, you forgot your code or your coupon, so you have to go back home and get it and then come back. So I went back home to my father's house, and I remember my friends had said they had put my coupon on the bed. So I thought I picked it up, and I went to the washroom, and when I was in the washroom looking at what I had, I'm like, oh, this is the coupon. So I was like, Dad, can you please look on the bed, or do you happen to know where my friend said that they put my coupons? And he started to freak the hell out, bro. Like, he was like freaking out and crying and everything. And I was like, why are you crying? Like, why are you crying? It's not that serious. Like, I'm like, Dad, I just asked if you know where they put the coupon. Like, I'm not forcing you to help me look for the coupon. I'm just asking, do you know, you happen to know where they put the coupon? And he locked me in the washroom, and then like I was able to like throw my phone out the washroom and then lock the door. So then he was like in front of me on the phone, and I was like, call the police. And he told his friend on the phone to call the police. And then he like went to attack me, and I woke up. So now we're gonna dig deep into the dream, because whenever I have dreams like that, something's always going on in the energy around me. And so I was trying to dissect the dream. Okay, and so, you know, in dreams, bears represent strong emotions and protective energy and instincts, right? And then baby bears are like the things you're responsible for but can't fully control yet, right? So it's like it's like the kids and the bears, it's like I have responsibilities, right, within my own vessel that I have to focus on, right? Which is similar to the situation with where I was trying to explain to my father that, like, yo, you housing a man that gave your daughter kids and is not helping her with those kids, and then doing all this stuff for the man is extremely crazy. Like, beyond freaking crazy. Like, how this? I've never heard of anything like this in my life, right? But, I mean, this is his norm. I mean, he thinks this is cool, so that's what he's doing, right? All right, cool. My whole thing is with the dream. The energy in the dream is like, that's exactly how my dad used to treat me as a child. Like, getting mad at stuff that really isn't my fault. Like, I'm just asking you a simple question, and he goes off, right? That's why when I was living with him, I was so depressed. That's why I wanted to go away. That's why I ran away, right? And it's like, I remember when I was a little girl, I lived with my grandparents, obviously, but he lived in the basement. And I had these recurring nightmares every single day of it. This sounds crazy, I know, but hear what I'm trying to put together, when I'm trying to put these things together. I'm trying to piece these pieces of the puzzle together. So I used to have these crazy dreams that there's like a killer clown, and he's chasing me in my dad's apartment, always in my dad's apartment, right? And then growing up now, you heard about what I told you about my dad. Like, he's rejected me in every way, shape, and form he possibly could. He tried to put me down in every way he possibly could. He watched me struggle, watched me starve. And that's what about this situation gets me mad. Because now that I could actually read energy, and I'm going into his energy, I'm seeing how he truly feels, I'm like, bro, why? Like, he thinks that he's able to make me and my kids go without because I'm gonna land on my feet anyways, right? But my whole thing is, you're my father. I shouldn't have to be landing on my feet. I should be able to rely on you as a father, a protector, but I was never able to do that. And I see that. I'm not in denial about that. I acknowledge it and I'm moving past it, right? He's in the energy of, because I've always landed on my feet, that I'm going to be okay. My whole thing is though, right? Me being a child in a shelter at 16 with a child to take care of, not having any food, help, guidance, anything, right? Obviously, I had to land on my feet. If I didn't land on my feet, I wouldn't be here to tell my story. So that is so disturbing in so much ways, because it's like I am the person that I am today. I am the strong divine vessel you see today because of the fact that my parents didn't care about me, right? The fact that my grandparents didn't care about me. The fact that I realized this on my own and decided that if they're not going to care about me, I'm going to care about me, right? Literally, that's literally it. And so it's like, there comes to this point in life where you start to see people for who they truly are, and the delusions you have about them, and everybody has this sense of hope. It's actually a false sense of hope, because if you really look at it, a lot of times these people are not going to change, but we want them to change, so we hold on, and we hold on to hope that one day these people will finally wake up. One day these people will finally see you. One day they're going to accept you, but that's just keeping you in this recurring loop. This loop of never being worthy enough, this loop of not knowing how to respect yourself, when to respect yourself, right? Because if I had stayed in that dynamic and kept paying my dad monthly $500 every month, then last month he asked for $700, and the man in your house is not giving me help to take care of his kids, what? How? What? Like, it's and then my whole thing is like, I'm telling you, it's not like I kept this for my father. I told him, I'm like, bro, like, we don't have stuff here. And every single time this man, this stranger you don't know, does something wicked and evil to your grandkids, bro, you're like, ooh, I don't see anything wrong with it. She's fine. She's cool. She'll get up. So it's like, bro, I don't know why I keep saying bro, but it's just like, I'm just in this energy today. It's just like, oh my god, like, I'm so over them and their foolishness, and it's like, I feel relieved that my dream is telling me that I'm free, because I am so tired of holding hope where hope shouldn't even be. Like, I knew who my father was from the beginning. Since I was a child, I knew who he was, right? But for some reason, I guess throughout my loneliness in my teen years and my 20s, because I said I was in a shelter by myself, I was isolated and having anyone I could trust or go to for help. So I it's not to say that I forgave him, but I felt like I had no one else to go to, and that was my only option, right? So I stayed and put up with so much, when I tell you the things that he is doing for this man that is not helping with his children, that my father has never, ever, ever, ever done 1% of that stuff for me. Never. So it's like, even the fact that he thought that I was going to hold space for him to do the right thing. No, when he told me that he was choosing to be selfish, I knew, like, what's new? Like, I was just showing you what you were doing, right? I was just being a mirror in the moment, so you could see that you don't have any morals. Like, you know what you're doing is wrong, and you keep doing it for your own benefits. Just like when I was in the shelter and he was accepting child tax benefit for me, and the government was telling him, she doesn't even live with you. They told me to take him to court, all kind of stuff, and me being a child and being so scared on my own, right? Because remember, I'm 16 on my own. I didn't have a man. I didn't have nobody back, bro. Like, I was by myself. When I say I was by myself in that shelter, I'm being so serious. I was by myself. I didn't even really have friends, because remember, I had a baby. So all those people that were pretending to be my friend before, you think they were there? I remember one time I invited my so-called friends to the shelter, and this two was a boy and a girl. I'll never forget this day. Never forget it. And this is why I think that was the day that changed the way I really view friendship, and I really view outsiders like other than myself, right? Like, now obviously I'm trying to change my perspective and like invite others in, but that was the catalyst. I remember I invited them over. I don't remember if it was my son's birthday or what happened, but we were in the shelter and guys, I kid you not. Outside when I walked, I don't know if it was the same, I think it was like the morning I walked. I don't remember, but it was like right, they left and then I went outside after they left, right? And in the snow they wrote sleuting and like was like little like what do I call them? Slang and like curse words for like calling the place because it was a shelter for young moms. They're like, you know, calling them like I guess a whore place and all kind of stuff. And it's just like, bro, like you guys claim to be my friends, and you go outside and rent it in the snow of a shelter your friend's staying at. So I'm like, yo, I learned pretty early that, whew, yo, that's what put me in like a downward spiral, you know, because it's just like when you start realizing your parents don't like you, you have no friends. Your self-esteem gets damaged, like for real, like it does. That's just what it is. It does, right? 11/11. I was like, yeah, but no, but for real, it does. Like, so it's like you go through so much in life, and then you have to rebuild yourself. You have to rebuild yourself up to start having that hope again, to start being willing to open the door, because it's like, and it's not even easy. It's not easy. It's not easy because right now, like, the universe is always sending love songs and shit my way. Does it look like I give no, I don't want to, I'm not looking for no man at all. I'm not even interested, right? But it's like the universe wants me to hold space for people. And that is a journey on itself for me because I had a bad history with people, like, on a whole, like, literally, like, literally, I've just literally had like, my experience with people hasn't been it. So it's like when the universe now opens these doors and tells me, you know, like, speak, be friends, be friendly, you know, it's hard. It's not easy because it's not to say I don't want to, it's just really hard for me, right? It's just hard. Like, I try, I really do. But the wickedness sometimes is a lot. And so it's like, I just be sheltering myself a lot or guarding myself too much, right? It's like I want to start to be more free and take back my life and start to be more open because I know great things are in the horizon for me. I know, and I see great things, right? It's just for me to start like reprogramming my mind because there's a lot of thoughts going on in my mind right now, like daily. Even with the situation with my dad right now, like y'all think that's easy? Like that shit don't even seem real to me. Every time I think about it, I'm like, like, what? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But like, I don't know, guys. It's just like, I'm trying to reprogram my mind. I'm trying so hard. Every day I tell myself, I'm like, babe, you are so worthy. You are so worthy of love. You know, you're so worthy of love. That was just not your crowd, but you're worthy of love. You're worthy of financial freedom. You're worthy of to be happy, like, guys, to be truly happy, like truly happy, and not feel like the entire world is crashing down on you. Like, sometimes I sit and I think to myself, and I'm like, Lucia, when is the last time you actually took a breath? If you actually inhaled and said, bitch, like, you are, sorry to curse, but like, you're feeling free today. You're feeling worthy today. You know, and I do feel worthy, but it's just like there's so much stuff that I bottle up inside because it's like I'm trying to stay like high vibrational, and then it's like it's just so much because it's like I try to stay high vibrational, so I try not to think of the things that are bothering me. But then there's like these random moments when everything just comes crashing down, and I just remember all the pain and the stuff I felt, and it's just like I just need an outlet, you know. I just don't need to talk to you. And the fact that I don't have relatives or friends, it makes it kind of hard, right? Because for the friends I have, I'm usually the advice giver, you know? It's not really like, I told y'all, people don't really act like I'm human. Like, everything, like, the same way I told you my dad feels like she got it, she gonna land on her feet. The same way when my daughter's father wasn't helping me, and still isn't at all, regardless of if his child has food to eat or not. But I remember when she was younger and I said to him, how come you don't help me with her? You see that I'm not working. You see that I'm trying to work and no, but you like you guys don't want to help babysit her. You guys don't want to help financially with her. Like what the hell, girl? Like, and he said because he knows I'm not gonna let her starve. I got it, so you don't need to have it. And I noticed that that has been a common theme in my life, right? Very common, like just a theme. Which is, I guess, why this one's not helping either, right? Because he probably feels like he meant me doing it, and I'm gonna keep doing it. But the thing is, I have no choice. Kids are depending on me, so I have no choice, right? Like, I lost every single thing in that relationship. Everything. When I say everything, I lost everything except for myself. My furniture. Remember, I was on my own from 16, so you know, I never had no money for furniture and stuff. I lost everything, and my dad had no empathy, no nothing, no compassion for me. It was all about the man he had in his house right now. So guys, I say this to say to you, focus on your freaking self, bro. Like, it's just you in this world. Focus on yourself, because sometimes you can't even really too much rely on your own parents. You can't rely on them. So you just find your way yourself. The same way I'm finding my way myself. You do the same thing, we do the same thing. We all get to where we're going and we move on and done the story right there. Cause can't like, it's like I'm just done. Like I see my dad for who he is and I'm done. I see my mother for who she is, I'm done. I see my siblings for who they are and I'm done. It's like everybody who sat and watched me and my kids struggle, I'm done. Like I'm not making excuses for anybody. Like at first I was making like a 1-2 excuses and stuff for my sibling, but now I'm cool. I'm cool. Like I don't really care no more because at the end of the day, like when I was on my own, I was 16. None of my siblings have been on their own to 16. At 16, okay? Not even close, okay? When I was on my own at 16, living in the shelter, they all knew I was suffering and not one person could even message me a word of encouragement. Like, a word of encouragement is free. Girl. So this is 1717. So this is me saying, it's you, girl. It's you. It's you in this world. It's you against this goddamn world. It's you in this world, girl. So hype yourself up. You know, girl. We gotta keep pushing. Like for real, I gotta keep pushing. Like I gotta get somewhere in this life for real. Like sometimes I say stuff and I just want to freaking cry. Cause like, girl, I've been on my own since 16, guys, with nothing. Like, bro, people don't freaking understand that, and people see themselves and they try to compare themselves to me. It's like you have parents, you have someone you can go to. Mine were attacking me, and still try to till this day. The only reason they can't is because they're blocked. Like look what my dad's doing right now as we're speaking. Hello. So it's like, my head hurts. I want to go back to sleep, but I can't because I have to go like upstairs and take care of these kids. But you know what? I'm going to keep manifesting a better reality for me and my kids, and I'm going to keep holding the hope that it's going to happen. You know, I'm not being delusional for no reason, and our life is going to change. Our life is changing now. It has changed, and I just can't see it right now in this moment, but when I go to sleep and I wake up, it's going to be freaking different. Okay? Yeah. I'm gonna keep this freaking delusion, and I'm gonna keep saying this shit every day until I'm in my freaking reality, because bro, I cannot afford to keep letting these people drag me down. Like I've blocked them, I've distanced myself, and I'm just ready to move on to my next chapter and just pretend they've never existed. I've never known them. Like people ask me like, honey, what about your mom? Oh, she's a beautiful young lady. She raised me my whole life until I was 35. Oh, I'm 31. Until I was an adult. Yeah, she did. I'm gonna tell them bare lies because I have to be telling myself lies now, because I have to like stop thinking about the negative things and put a different story in my head for me to like stop being so traumatized. Because every time I even have guys, this is how serious it is, okay? I was just looking through my freaking backyard window and I seen the dad next door playing with his kids in the playground and nearly started crying. It's serious, bro. That's why I have to give myself a new story and stop. Because sometimes I'll see kids with their mom or like their dad and I'll just start crying because I'll be so hurt. Like I'm 31 and that shit. Whew. Anyways, I'm not gonna talk too much on this because, guys, I'm gonna turn this camera off because y'all.